that my daughter was gay, I probably would have fought against it. I would not want to accept it. But this is the same daughter that I loved coming up. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
It's like if somebody was coming to tell me that my girlfriend at the time growing up was cheating on me, would I stop loving her? I'd be hurt, but I still love her. Somebody was coming to tell me my wife now didn't want to be with me, would I stop loving her? No, I still love her. I'd be hurt, but I'd still love her. So if my daughter's not doing everything I want her to do, am I going to stop loving her?
Yeah.
Nope. And you shouldn't either.
And you should. You should.
And you
should.
kids, I'm talking to the kids, not you kids. Help your parents understand. You somewhere down the line, you're gonna have to make somebody understand something.
That's right.
So you start to understand now that everything isn't as clear cut to us as it is to you.
No.
So don't get upset with us. Give us a chance to accept and to learn more about what's going on.
And it's like what I told you. Remember when I was telling you the other week? I said we were talking about that. I said I had to, at one point, talk to Mama and say, because both of my parents were like kind of around during the civil rights era, so I had to bring it. I had to bring it like that and say, remember when you guys were fighting, you know, to sit in a certain place on a bus or to drink water out of a certain fountain or to go to a certain store that only white people could go to. It's the same thing. And when I said that to my mom like that, it was like the little light bulb went off and she was like, you're right, because it is the same thing. Now, I will be realistic with you guys on this show. I'm not going to lie to you because then you won't continue to watch us. Now, I will be realistic. Not all parents immediately, and honestly, it may be a year, it may be two, it may be longer. It just depends on the parent. Not all of them are going to be receptive right away, but don't you get discouraged and don't you give up hope and don't give up on them and don't give up on yourself. The only thing I can advise is to get you a mentor, get you an older person, even if it's not family, even if it's someone that you know is going to guide you in the right direction. Have a support system for yourself. Call those numbers, go to those groups. You'll meet some great people. I just don't want you to feel like, like, oh, Gena's dad and mom, they get it, but she doesn't know my mom. She doesn't know my dad, and they've put me out the house, and they don't get discouraged. There are so many other outlets that can help you. So many of them.
They may have put you out the house out of fear. Yeah. We have a fear as a people. Being man, the species, have a fear of what other people may think.
Yeah. And
how it's going to affect our relationship with them. It's no different than somebody's having a fear of the way you talk.
Yeah.
The hippie movement in the 60s. All that long hair and them platform shoes. All the world gone to
love the hippies.
In a handbasket. It didn't. It didn't. I'm not making light of their gender, anything as far as the hippie movement come and go. But try to understand. It takes two to understand. My brother, I think I said this before, but I got a brother that told me, said, two people can get along if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Two people can understand if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Try to understand each other. If it's important enough to you, as the gay or lesbian, transgender, whatever circumstance you find yourself in, if it's important enough to you that your parents accept you, find out about these support groups. Maybe even get some literature and put it down and let them read it.
Yeah.
Parents love their kids.
Yeah, they do.
They may get frustrated with them, but they love their kids. And we want them to accept you before something happens. They say, oh, I should have understood.
I should have listened. I should have been there.
Don't be disrespectful. If your parents don't understand and they feel like they have to put you out of the house, understand it's something that they don't know about.
Yeah. It's that fear of the unknown.
Right, it's the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
They have to understand. Help them to understand.
Yeah.
We want you all to have a good child-parent relationship.
Yeah.
Because in the end, that's what matters most.
Yeah. And it's not, I mean, it's not at first when I first came out, I wasn't like telling everybody, oh, I had a girlfriend, or I'm a lesbian, because I didn't know what people were going to think. I was so afraid of that. And what's crazy now is that that's not even anything. I'm concerned about other stuff now, about what my hair looks like, about what I look like. But me telling somebody I'm a lesbian is like me drinking a glass of water every day. It's no longer a fear or a worry anymore.
Let me see if I can put this in a different light. Do you go to work every day?
I go to work every day.
Do you drive a car?
Every day.
You have insurance on your car?
Sure I do.
You pay your own rent?
I do.
Well, first, let me pat you on your back for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Independent. Do you go to movies?
I go to the movies.
Do you love your mom and dad?
With all my heart?
Is there any difference than any of you all?
No.
Not much difference, is it?
It's no different.
All right, then.
I don't know. Some of y'all might not be paying insurance on your car. If you're not, you need to do that.
Yeah, you pay your insurance.
Pay insurance.
Don't hit me and don't have insurance. I'm a nice guy. But
did you want to tell them about the Gene
I wanted
Manford?
to go
really
talk
like
about
that.
Gene Manford.
Yeah.
Gene Manford was a mother, and she founded the organization P-Flag. Listen now, P-Flag. Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. She was an elementary school teacher. She had a problem at first trying to understand her son and accepting her son. But she did. She was a caring mother. And she tells a story how the police used to call her sometime at night and said, we have your son down here. And by the way, did you know he was gay? And she'd say, well, why are you bothering him? Because he's gay. He's not doing anything to anybody. He's gay. Well, I salute her. I applaud her. She could accept it. Whether anybody else accepted it or not, she accepted her son. He was gay. She had her demons to deal with, but she accepted it. She started an organization that would help people understand what he was going through. And this was started for others like you.
For the parents.
For the parents, for the friends. You don't dislike your friend because of whatever reason.
Yeah.
Love cover a multitude of faults.
Yes, it does.
I'm not saying that somebody being gay or lesbian or transgender has a fault. I'm just saying, in your mind, in my mind, and sometimes in my mind, growing up, I could not have imagined anything worse than having a relative or somebody being gay. That's the way I was brought up.
That's all he knew.
And now, and it wasn't just because my daughter came out and told me. I never would have figured it. But through the years, I learned to understand and accept people who they are. Let me put it this way. If I was hit by a car and I needed CPR to stay alive, and somebody was going to breathe breath into my body, do you think I would stop and say to that person, hey, wait a minute, are you gay? I'm going to say thank you for being here when I needed you.
No, that's deep, Daddy.
Because it's the truth.
That's deep. Yeah.
There's a story I'd like to share with you. I forget the name of it, but the lesson in it was, and I can't remember, but it's about some little village. And it says that people came to this village